All right, so we're trying to round out everything here with solving equations. Okay, so remember, first thing you want to take care of in any of these is really draw a line through the equal sign so that we know what's on the left and what's on the right. So I'm just going to rewrite this so that everyone can see the original up here. So first thing we want to do is get rid of any parentheses. Okay, parentheses are not our friend when we're working on solving equations, so get rid of them right away. This -3 is not affected by these parentheses at all. We're basically distributing a -1 to both those terms. So -1 times positive x there is going to be -1x. -1 times -2 is going to be +2. All right, but we're still not ready to go to solve this. On the left side there, we have -3 minus x plus 2. Combine your like terms. So -3 plus 2 is -1. -1x, that's just going to drop down, equals 7x plus 15. Now, in the long run, it doesn't matter which side you move stuff to. If you want to get x on the left or get x on the right, really doesn't matter. As long as you do your steps correctly, we shall end up with the same answer. So that's no big deal. Personally, I want to add a 1x to both sides. So my 7x plus 1x, if you want to think of it like that, is going to be 8x. So I have 8x plus -1 equals 8x plus 15. Subtract 15 from both sides. And I get -16 equals 8x. And then last step, divide both sides by 8, so I get -2 equals x, or x equals -2. However, it doesn't matter which way it's written. As long as you got -2, we're good to go. All right, but again, focus on one side at a time. Make sure you get it down to variable, constant, variable, and a constant. Nothing more than that. You can only have 2 terms on the side. So right here, maybe you want to put that you're ready to solve. All right, so next up here, same kind of deal. You do have parentheses on both sides. So our first job here is going to be to get rid of these parentheses. So everybody will see the original up there. So draw a line through the equal sign so you know what's on the left, what's on the right. Take care of your distributive property. On the left, we got to do -6 times the 7a, so it's going to be -42a. -6 times -5 is +30. Remember, when we talk about distributive property, it's multiplication. And don't forget about -3. Okay, that you can see, just forgetting about that right there. So we get 3a minus 18 then. Right here, like terms. All right, so we got it down to variable and a constant, variable and a constant. You could have less than that, like you could just have a constant, just have a variable, whatever. But this is what we're going to get it down to before we start moving stuff across the equal sign. Okay, so we're ready to solve here. Again, it doesn't really matter too much what you do. I'm going to add 42a to both sides. So I have 27 equals 45a minus 18, so plus 18. And divide both sides by 45. So a equals 1. So here we're going to have to distribute and combine like terms on both sides of our equal sign. So again, I'd just like to leave the original up here for you. As we're going through these notes, hopefully you're working through these. It's the only way you're going to get them down here. So first up, let's distribute. So that's going to give us 6 minus 24x plus 3x. That's just dropping down. Negative 9x, negative 3 times negative 2 is positive 6. My minus 6x, that's just coming along for the ride. All right, so both sides we have like terms. On both sides it's the x's. It doesn't really matter what order you have these. Negative 24. Be careful of that. Negative 24 plus 3 is negative 21x equals negative 9x minus 6x. So that's going to be negative 15x plus 6. Again, that's 6 just dropping down there. So we have a negative 21x on the left, a negative 15x on the right. Again, it doesn't really matter which side you go to. I like to keep the coefficient positive. So I'm going to add 21x. And when I say ready to solve, I mean this is the first time I'm going to move something from the left to the right, or vice versa. It doesn't matter, right to the left. But once I get it down to this, these first two steps are just cleanup steps. We're just trying to get the equation cleaned up, ready to solve, taking care of our distributive property, combining like terms, all that kind of good stuff. So 6, just dropping down here, equals negative 15 plus 21 is positive 6, and I got 6 coming down. All right, so next up, again, I got 6 equals 6x plus 6. Lots of 6's here. Subtract 6 from both sides. I get 0 equals 6x. Divide both sides by 6. All right, perfectly fine to get x equals 0. Nothing wrong with that. 0 divided by 6 is 0. It's like you get 0 cookies to share with 6 friends. How many cookies do each of your friends get? They get 0. All right, nothing wrong with 0 divided by 6. All right, let's take care of our distributive properties. So 6 plus 6x equals 8x minus 3x plus 21. So we still got to clean up a little bit on the right here. 8x minus 3x is 5x plus 21. I would subtract 5x then. It's going to make things real easy. We get 6 plus x equals 21. Subtract 6 from both sides. And we get x equals 15. So a good thing to do on these would be copy the problem, work through it on your own, see if you can get it. All right, we got 2 more here. These are going to be our special cases, okay? So we got 8x plus 6. So all we have to do here is like terms to get started. So 8x minus 9x is negative 1x. If you want to put that 1 there, that's fine. It really doesn't matter. I know it helps some people out. Here you got a negative 1x. 2 minus 15 is negative 13. So I'm going to add 1x to both sides. Here's what's going to happen. 6 is just going to drop down, equals negative 13, because negative 1 plus 1 is 0. Your x's are gone. There's no x's anymore. I get 6 equals negative 13. That is definitely not true. Or you could say false, whatever. If you get something like this, 6 equals negative 13, or like 8 equals 10, something you know is definitely not true. There are no solutions to this. That's all you got to say is no solutions. All right, and one more here. So again, that was your first special case. You get a false statement. There are no solutions to it. Next up then, take care of your distributive property first. I just want to rewrite this. So we distribute, we get 2x plus 8 minus 5. Combine your like terms, so that means we get 2x plus 3 equals 2x plus 3. So you can see we have the same thing on both sides. If you want to get rid of the x's, that's fine. Subtract 2x from both sides. You get 3 equals 3. All right, that's true. Okay, 3 equals 3. If I have $3 and you have $3, we both have $3. We get the same amount of money. All right, so that's true. So if you get something that's true at the end, or you could subtract 3's and get 0 equals 0, same deal. All real numbers are going to be solutions, which means you can pick any number you want, and it's going to make the equation true. All right, so again, as you watch these videos, please work through the problems, okay? That's the only way you're going to start to learn these. You got to work out the problems. Writing the problems out is just like shooting a basketball to get better at basketball. Actually playing your instrument, to get better at playing your instrument, okay? You got to do the problems, okay? Have a good day. Email me if you have any questions.